Chapter 7, from John's perspective, the Church of the Night. The sleep was refreshing. Instead of a woodpecker, I was woken by the sound of chopping wood from below, and a wet dog's nose. Dixie Hunter is running wild through the house and garden. I went shopping in the nearest town. Cars are not allowed in this community, so only a few people have one. Jerry gave me money to buy groceries for him and a few neighbors. I return with full bags. People here live on the bare essentials. No sweets, hardly any alcohol. I was supposed to buy wine and beer for Jerry, mostly fruits and vegetables. I promised my buddy I'd cook him chili tomorrow. I'll make myself useful at his house. I'll take over the next round of wood chopping. Afterward, we deliver the groceries to the neighbors. One bag goes to the Thompson family. They live in a house on a hill 2 streets away, a white-painted wooden house. The paint is peeling from the facade. A first step onto the stairs. The wood creaks. It sounds dangerous. I knock on the door and hold the bag of groceries in front of my chest. My heart leaps when I'm greeted by the warm smile of a blonde beauty. A yellow cardigan. Underneath, a white dress with flowers. Long legs. A face like sunshine. The young woman takes the bag and hands it to the grumpy old man who appears behind her in the doorway. "You're new here. I've never seen you before. But my aunt said there was a newcomer. Oh, and thanks for the groceries." She shrugs. "Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Do you live with Jerry? Did he invite you here?" My God. Her voice is like the nectar of a summer flower. "Yeah. He's a friend. I needed a break from the city. I need to clear my mind, if you can say it like that. Enjoying the peace and nature." Miss Thompson?" A smile flickers across her lips. She has sweet dimples when she chuckles. She extends her hand. Her fingers gently close around mine. "Evelyn Marsh. John Allen. Where are you from?" "I'm from Kansas." Evelyn's eyes widen. Her intrigued gaze locks onto me. "From Kansas? What city exactly?" "Kansas City. And you?" "I was born here. What's it like in the big city?" "I've heard New York and Washington are dirty. I've never been there." "It's okay, depending on where you go." She puts her hand to her forehead and waves it off. "Sorry if I'm talking too much and asking so many questions. Everyone says I talk too much, especially with strangers. We don't even know each other yet." I lean with one arm on the railing and smile. "Well, now we do." Evelyn takes her hand from her face and tugs a strand of her golden blonde hair with it. "That's true." She clears her throat and steps toward me. The floorboards creak. "Not that we're going to crash through together." She nods toward the church. "I'm the granddaughter of the priest. I live with Grandpa and Aunt. We're holding a service tonight. You're invited. I'd love to see you there." "I'll come. Is there anything I should know? Any rules?" "Just come and let it all sink in. All you need is openness. Everything else the Holy Spirit will take care of for you." She grins at me. "Evelyn," a hoarse voice calls from the shadows, like a cracking tree in a storm. "Sorry," the young woman hisses and nods toward the door. "My uncle doesn't like it when I talk to strangers for too long. We'll talk more tonight, okay?" I raise my hand in farewell. "I'll see you, Evelyn." One last smile marks her cheeks. Then she disappears behind the door. A loud discussion behind the fence. Through a hole, I see the same officer who had warned me that cars were banned in the community. He's now lecturing another group. I see two men and a woman. Behind the windows, I can make out the outlines of their heads. A visitor group. They look like they've gotten lost and ended up here by accident, just like me. They get in their car and drive toward the edge of the woods. The officer stomps away, cursing. What are they doing here? For my part, I hope they stay and that I'm not left all alone in this crowd of freaks. The church looks creepier at night than during the day. Candles light the way for the believers into the interior. The light guides us. When we gather, the benches in the front row are taken. The church is white on the inside. Candle holders and tea lights under the oval windows. It smells of old paper and wood. Just like how you'd imagine an old church to smell. I can't find a Bible. And no cross. There's no image of Jesus to be seen anywhere. It makes me suspicious. This isn't a Christian cult. But the aesthetic looks Christian. The altar boy's robes are white, embroidered with golden threads. Let's find a seat. The church is filling up. Jerry is beside me. Without him, I wouldn't have stepped foot in here. A blonde hairline under a feathered hat. Evelyn gives me a sidelong glance. A smile flashes across her graceful features. The older man from this afternoon, who must be her uncle, places his hand on her neck. She should focus on the service and not give the stranger any attention. That's what the skeptical look the old man gives me tells me. Don't get your hopes up, buddy, Jerry whispers, nudging my elbow. What do you mean? The beauty over there, Evelyn Marsh. She's the priest's granddaughter. No one touches her. But she has a weakness for strangers. Jerry greets the other members. No one makes a move to greet me. And that's fine by me. I'm only here to do Jerry a favor and to avoid becoming even more unpopular with these hillbillies. The whispering dies down as the two altar boys step aside and clear the way for the priest. They stand to the left and right of the altar. The gray hair sparkles like silver in the candlelight. His face is marked by age. His mouth is wrinkled, but his eyes radiate a youthful shine. Whoever inhabits this human shell, it is a being that defies death, even as the body succumbs to the decay of age. He wears a white alb, covering his feet. Embroideries of roses adorn the golden stole. He has the face of an old fox. His chin proudly moves along the rows. He finds my face and smiles warmly before turning to the next person. The visitor group, who had to repark their car, is here too. They shuffle in and look awkward, like colorful birds in a gray cloud. The priest raises his hand. Is this Father Mackenzie? I see new faces in our midst, an unfamiliar but welcome sight, and an opportunity for us to show kindness. In love and devotion to the message of the Lord, I see that the strangers may unsettle you. I can see it in your faces. His gnarled finger moves down the rows like a crooked branch. But don't forget that you, like me, were once seekers. So give them a chance. Let them partake in our community. Set them a chair. Mackenzie raises his hand threateningly, as if about to deliver a slap. The arrival of the Messiah is near. He will come to earth, and his light, I can already see it on the blood-red horizon, will be the beacon to the new world. What Messiah? Mackenzie's upper body lowers onto the altar. He spreads his arms across it. The priest breathes heavily. Dear brothers and sisters, the great tribulation will pass. Our faith will be tested until the Lord deems us pure. Today we are worthy to take in the gifts of the Lord. But for now, let us pray and sing of the greatness of our mission. The congregation falls into a meditative pose, hands resting on laps, palms open as if they want to absorb all the warmth of the room and transform into pillars of light themselves. Just go along with it. Jerry whispers. I relax. For a moment, it feels as though all our heartbeats and breaths are merging into one rhythm. It's the feeling of community and true brotherhood. Foreign thoughts knock on my forehead. Something wants in. Something that isn't me. Just as I begin to enjoy it, I'm reminded again that this isn't normal. This is not a normal church. This is not a service. Guttural sounds emerge from the priest's throat. It reminds me of throat singing from the Mongolian mountains, with words I don't understand. The crowd repeats them. Astadior, Biordos, Aphelos, over and over in rhythm. I don't understand a thing. I fight the urge to stand up. I brought this on myself. I grit my teeth. What is that deep tone pounding against my skull? The sound that reaches for my heart? I hear the blood rushing in my ears. They're using tricks. The priest has some sort of frequencies or sound waves here to make people submissive and in constant fear. That's how organs were built in churches. There are dirty tricks at play here. I sense it clearly. Cold sweat beads on my forehead. The singing stops. I open my eyes. Silence returns. Absolute silence. Suddenly the hands rise. They grasp at something imaginary in the air. I keep mine down. A glance over my shoulder. The visitor group notices me. I give one of the men a look, signaling that I want to be just as gone as they do. Altar boys in white robes carry something to the altar. A blood-red chalice with golden inlays. The other boy sets a barrel on the altar. Mackenzie's voice trembles through the lifeless walls. The candle flames bend like in a storm when he speaks. And the Lord said, "Take this as a sign of my power over the kingdom of all heavens. May my fire be your light in the night, taste of my body. This is my blood." The people straighten up, and a line forms in front of the altar. Jerry is behind me. He gently nudges me forward. The priest offers blessings and dips the chalice into the barrel. A juicy red glow shimmers inside. An old woman steps up, her bent gait, a gray cardigan. The people here look partly like they stepped out of the 19th century. Evelyn is behind her. She supports the woman. Is this her aunt? Mackenzie gives his granddaughter a nod, signaling that she's doing her job well. A glance back. She sees me. The corner of her mouth twitches, but she promptly banishes the smile from her angelic face. The old lady finishes drinking. Evelyn takes the cup next. After 3 more believers, it's my turn. I, the stranger, the one who feels the locals' gazes like needles pricking at the back of my neck. Drink this, my son. It is the blood of the Messiah. His voice carries a fatherly rumble. I hold the grail with both hands to my lips. I don't want to drink this. I'd rather turn around and press it against the chest of the person behind me. I'm expected to respect the tradition. All eyes are on me. The priest's gaze is full of expectation. Do his lips move? Is he laughing at me? The red liquid plays around my lips. The priest raises his hands as if bathing in a rain of light. He tilts his head back and closes his eyes. The wine tastes strange, but not bad. I feel dizzy. Yet the alcohol wasn't that strong. I barely tasted it. It was more like a honey-sweet nectar dissolved in must. My head is buzzing. Jerry is next. I walk back to my seat. No, I'm floating. A feeling of weightlessness comes over me. Whatever it was, it went straight to my blood. The voices at the altar swirl as dull echoes around my ears. A shadow to my right. It's Jerry. He pats my shoulder as if I were a good dog. You did well. It's all good. Nothing will happen to you. I've been through this many times. What's happening to me? I growl tiredly. My lips feel so hot. Jerry whispers in my ear. The miracle of prayer in the community of true faith, my friend. Just let it work. Give your mind space. They've mixed something into the wine. I'm not high, and I'm not drunk. It's not acid either. But I feel so dazed. My body wants to relax, but it sees so many things. The flickering of the candles, the voices in the room. It assigns meaning to each of them and combines them. And suddenly, I feel like I've figured out a complex equation that could solve all of humanity's problems. What did you put in the wine? It slips out of me. My hands tighten on the wood of the pew. I want to smash it, send the splinters flying. The priest waves a man from the front row to him. He leans on a cane. Wait a second. It's not a crutch. A black pair of sunglasses. Is he blind? He feels his way up the steps to the altar. Mackenzie grabs him by the shoulders from behind and leads him in front of the congregation. How do you feel? He asks so everyone can hear. I'm fine, Father Mackenzie. I'm glad to be here and to be part of this community. Reverent nodding and murmuring from the rows. They start clapping. First one, then several. Then the whole church. I don't know what's going on here. I clap as if I'm supposed to. My hands tingle. They've given us all something. But what? Our dear Lawrence. He has a good heart, and the Lord has tested it and found it pure. And so, he has gifted him with his blessings. A shudder runs through the crowd as the blind man throws away his cane. He takes off his sunglasses. I see shadows. I can see. It's beautiful. And soon, you will see the world better than any other person. You've spent your whole life without sight, and now you're being rewarded with a gift that will allow you to understand more than any medicine in the world. He sends the man back to the pew, where his relatives touch and kiss him. A woman snuggles her neck against his. He feels her face. I can see you, Martha, I hear him whisper. My hearing is sharpened. I'm going through a sensory expansion. Or is it just my imagination? Is the drug making me think this? You've seen the miracle, one of millions that will follow. We have an important mission, my dear brothers and sisters. We must become warriors of God, vengeance angels who will carry out his judgment in the night, for even the parasite feels most at home in the shadows. Now I know where Jerry got the nonsense about parasites from. With jubilation and a chanting ceremony, the service ends. The church empties, and Father Mackenzie approaches our pew. He extends his wrinkled hand. It carries the pressure of a worker's hand. This man is not of this world. It's as if he's overcome human existence through prayer and defied the wear and tear of age. Reverend Jebediah Mackenzie, you're John, right? Jerry has told me about you. Welcome to our community. My pleasure. I've never experienced a service like this. I don't see any crosses here. Aren't you Christians? They all laugh. I wonder what's so funny about my question. Suddenly, Evelyn is standing next to me, putting her arm around me. Her hair smells of roses. You've seen the miracle, John. We're all on a mission, and we'd love it if you joined us. I'm not so sure about this, guys. I rub my arm. They're pressuring me. Mackenzie taps the air. Don't overwhelm him now. He's found us. Now he just has to let faith find him. You're a good man, John. I have a sense for these things. It wasn't by accident that you ended up here with us. Providence has brought us all together. Maybe the blind man was part of the act. He's supposed to play a role in convincing the naive believers of the legitimacy of this church. I remain friendly, but make sure not to let them talk me into anything. The others are discussing something. Slowly, the effect of the wine starts to wear off. I can speak again without feeling like my lips are burning. The sweating stops. My pulse calms. We step into the cool night. Reverend Mackenzie leads us, his hands clasped beneath his sleeves. Jerry and Evelyn are with me. The full moon hangs over the dark forests of Minnesota. A rustle in the bushes. I think I see a fox darting from one house wall to the next. "Where are we going?" I ask the two of them. "We've been invited to the Reverend's. We'll have dinner with him. And you're warmly invited, John. He'll answer any questions you have. You have some, don't you?" I swallow. Evelyn's hand traces my arm. The woman touches me a bit too often. She's beautiful. The moonlight turns her into a creature that reminds me of a marble angel, just without wings. The priest says nothing. The gravel path crunches beneath our feet. We stop. A white cottage surrounded by a withered cornfield. Jerry pats me on the shoulder. "Everything's fine, buddy. We're here now. I saw that you weren't quite yourself earlier. Must have been the wine. Relax, take it easy. It's not as creepy as it might have seemed at first." "If you say so, Jerry,"